Since the war started in Syria, many cities were subjected to much destruction, resulting in a flood of refugees fleeing for their lives. Homs, the third largest city in Syria, was the first to meet this fate. Its administrative borders occupy the central part of the country, separating north from south and linking the Iraqi desert borders with the Mediterranean coastal towns, while harboring the largest oil refinery in Syria. This geopolitical value maintained Homs since its Roman establishment days. That old city became the economic center of the city of today, which had expanded through several rounds of mixed residential and commercial areas. In 2007, former Governor Iyad Ghazal initiated a project called Homs Dream, an urban plan to modernize the city center. The plan entailed destroying parts of the old city to rebuild it in a modern form of high-rise office buildings. The Homs Dream claimed to address all major aspects of urban modernization under the slogan of a reality under construction. Local owners saw it differently, when they were offered minimal compensation for the commercial center that would be taken away from them. For those reasons, the Homs Dream was in the heart of the uprising in Homs. Unlike Syria's administrative and commercial capitals of Aleppo and Damascus, large demonstrations in Homs were held in the urban city center. One of the main local demands raised during these demonstrations was the removal of the governor, a demand Assad fulfilled to regain control over the city. But this was not enough to win back trust in the regime while its violent crackdown on demonstrations continued. Several months later, the peaceful uprising turned into an armed conflict, dividing the city into control areas between the Free Syrian Army and the regime forces. Tightly closing its surroundings, the regime besieged the old city for 2 years. Using heavy machinery in addition to land and air force shelling that resulted in the destruction of half of the city, mostly in its center. Much of the areas that were due to be destroyed and rebuilt according to the Homs Dream were heavily destroyed during battles. The bombing damaged the infrastructure in ways that continue to prevent urban life from coming back to it after 3 years of hostilities ending. For example, shopping malls were destroyed by targeting the frame structure of the building in the lower level floors till the building collapsed. This pattern appeared in the photos of bombed buildings in the areas of Al-Hamidiyya, Al-Corniche, Al-Arabis, Al-Qusur, Al-Suq City Center, and Jurat Shiyah. As a result, around 50% of the city is now heavily destroyed according to the UN, and the majority of residents from the old city are denied returning to their homes, leaving the urban and demographic structure of the old city of Homs endangered by irreversible changes.